Hey, what's going on, everybody? JT back with you, back in the studio, Studio 10-4 live on a good Wednesday afternoon, October 16th, and the year just keeps on going. Man, it's flying by. Hey, want to welcome everybody to the show today. Got Pete Henderson tuned in right off the top there, and Mr. Dougie, what's going on, buddy? Got competition now. Pete and Dougie for first into the studio on a Wednesday afternoon. I love it. Want to say thanks to Bobtail Apparel and welcome them aboard. Not the first time that they've been a sponsor with us here at Studio 10-4 Live, but certainly the next and probably ongoing sponsorship opportunities for their show that's going to be this weekend in Dixon, California. And that is going to be happening there, Dixon, California. Uh, Great little town and some really cool stuff. I mean, we've had nothing but fun at this show, and hope that a lot of you guys are going to show up and be at the show this weekend to enjoy it with us, Team 10-4, and of course all the other folks that are going to be on hand. Great music going to be happening, by the way, this go around. In fact, I'm going to add this over here. I don't know if they put. I guess they didn't put the bands on there, but Buck Ford, local guy, to me, because Buck Ford played around the Sacramento area for all the years I lived there, and this guy's like, everybody knows this guy. Skin and Leonard, this great band, Skin and Leonard, man. Can't tell you how many times I've seen these guys. These are all local bands to me from my time in the Folsom, California area, because they played all over every summer, and of course in all the different pubs, clubs, bars, whatever. Great cover band. Skin and Leonard, of course, obviously a Leonard Skinner cover band. Wish they'd get the AC/DC guys out there, man. That would be a blast, huh? There's a great AC/DC, couple of them AC/DC cover bands that hang around Sacramento area. So anyway, glad to be a part of this again at the third annual Bobtail Apparel Truck Show in Dixon, California, and all the folks that put that on. Certainly want to give a shout out to everybody that does put this on. Madison, our kind of the leader of the show, due to have a child here, have a baby any day. So I haven't seen her, but all y'all that did see her at the Souza show, that you guys know that I found out after the show that she was expecting, and now it's like I'm hearing any day. So hopefully that kid will put the brakes on long enough and hold the jakes on so she can get the show done and behind her, and then have that kid. Otherwise, we're going to have a newborn baby at the show, which that could be awesome too. I talked to her assistant and right hand person there, Sarah, today, and Sarah says, "Yeah, you can have a baby and show up at the show. Why not?" I said, "Well, I've never had one, so I don't know." I'm taking their word for it that it's possible. And best of luck to everybody, and hope everything turns out well. Can't wait for the show to happen. It's going to be a good one. Want to say again, thanks to Bobtail Apparel. All right. So on the show today, I got a couple of cool cats waiting to come out. Mr. Chad Violet's going to be coming out to join us. And Chad, if you haven't seen him over on Facebook and checked out what's going on, of course, Chad, the pilot for the beautiful yearly built Roadworks show truck that they put together every year. We'll probably hear a little bit about that, but mainly we want to talk to Chad about his photography and what he's going to be doing, and the fact that he's out here on the West Coast. That just doesn't happen all the time. So glad to have Chad hanging out with us and being a part. Also on the show, we have Mr. Mike Viviano, our August cover truck. Mike's going to be showing this weekend at the Bobtail Show. Glad to have Mike on board. Just a great conversationalist, nice guy, and we had so much fun last time we had him on the show. Last and first time. So not the first and last time, but the last and first time, and that was during his cover show that we did back in August. lot of cool stuff in the story on this one. If you haven't seen it, you guys need to go over to 10-4 Magazine and look it up. He's in the archives now, but definitely check out the story. Great story. There's a great story to the truck, the business, the family, and the property that he operates out of too. So if you didn't catch that when it was out and it was the feature of the month, cover of the month, go back and take a look at that over on 10-4magazine.com. And if you have a copy of the magazine and you haven't cracked it open, what are you waiting for? Speaking of which, and I don't know if I'm going to open these up anymore now that I've got them coming to me like this. They come in the sealed clear plastic jacket that comes to me from the printer. Now, if you get a subscription, you get one of these. If you get the single subscription, single edition subscription, you can get a multi-edition subscription, which I used to have, but I just don't need that anymore. But maybe we'll change that up and it'll happen again. But bottom line is you get the magazine shipped to you in perfect condition when you receive it, just as nice as the day it came off the press. And I mean, you couldn't ask for a better situation, and you don't have to go around looking for it. Unless that's your excuse to get out of the house. Tell your wife, hey, honey, I got to go get the latest edition of 10-4. So I'm going to go down to the Chrome shop, and of course, there it is. You're there now. You got to buy some Chrome too. So good excuses all the way around. Jeff Patello, Jeff, are you in Texas? I was thinking about you today because something else that's going on this weekend. If you happen to be there, I'm going to bring it up here. Pride in Class is going on in Texas, and that is going on October 18th. Now, I don't know a lot about this. Is this the premier event that they put on, or is this a one-day thing? Because it just has the October 18th date on it, and I haven't talked to anybody. Peterbilt didn't call me and clue me in, doggone those guys. But all right, so this must be the one. Jeff is going to be there. Right on, buddy. We'll have to get a little show report from Jeff next week, maybe, about how that went, what it was look like. So Jeff, do some photographs and some video for us, and we'll share you. We'll get you on the show next week and share that. And Friday night is going to be the parade over there in Denton. So if you guys are there, you're going to be treated to some of the best, if not the best, featured Peterbilt trucks in the United States of America. Invitation only. Jeff's a pretty big hand. In fact, I think you're kind of the hand in this whole thing and putting it together, Jeff. So congratulations on that, and thanks for doing it. Again, continuing to do stuff that makes us all look good. Hey, I want to say howdy to everybody else that's jumped in. Daniel, Sandy, Eddie, Shannon, Miss Shannon in, driver in the house as well. Oscar, what's going up, buddy? And good to have everybody aboard. 50 trucks, huh, Jeff? Thanks, man. That's pretty good. Speaking of shows, while we're talking about shows, want everybody to make sure that they know how to do this, and this is important. So I'm going to bring up our website, and that is the 10-4 Magazine website. Over here, there's this little tab. It's called Trucker Rodeo. If you haven't gone there yet, what are you waiting for, number one? But we got this thing we put together, and it's going to be a blast down in Bakersfield, California. It is the first annual 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show. And listen, there's going to be some cool stuff going on at this thing. I'm gonna tell you more about this on the backside after we get done talking to Chad and Mikey. But there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on at this show. The events. The only way the events are going to work is if you guys compete in the events. So that means get on here, get on the website. When you go to the website and you go to the tab, the Trucker Rodeo tab, click on the green bar, takes you over to basically the portal that is called the Vote. And that is where all the action happens to get you into the event. Your spectator event entry, 1 day or 2, whatever you want to do. Truck show registration, all the event registrations. And the thing that I think is cool, I'm not going to be doing it this year, but next year, man, I'm bringing my rig down, and that's going to be a weekend spent down at the track RVing. And the cool thing about this is that it's party on, man. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Bring yourself down there, bring your RV, bring the gang, the family, whatever, all the support vehicles, everybody you need, and enough to kind of do a takeover and have some fun. I think we're going to kind of, at this time being the first one, I think we're in around 100 or less on the RVs. Don't know that we're going to get close to that, but boy, wouldn't that be something? But $100 for the weekend, you can't go wrong. I mean, there's nowhere you can camp for that and be at the event all weekend. So get on over to 104magazine.com, get it checked out. Something else I want to let you guys in on, and that is over here. Let's get to it. I want to get back over to our page. And on here, Dan shared a post with you guys, and it's got to do with some early incentives to get on out there. You guys are going to get some raffle tickets if you get signed up early, and you're going to get more after the event too. So get this done and get a chance to win a $100 gift card from Four State Trucks, RLK Services, Visor, the stainless steel wipers that you see right here on this truck. There's all these different prizes that are going to be available for you guys. All you need to do is get registered. You'll get a ticket when you get registered. You'll get more tickets when you get down there. And obviously, if I'm not mistaken, and Dan, fill me or correct me, or Shan, somebody, buying tickets is encouraged, I'm sure, as well. So many different ways to win, many, which include you have to be there. So get there, get this thing done, and become part of the deal. The other thing I thought about, and this is kind of funny, I thought about this, it's kind of like playing the lottery, right? If you don't play, you can't win. Or do you go to a casino and watch somebody else pull the slot machine that you kind of get a vibe for and think I should be playing that one, and wait until that guy pulls the lever to see if it wins? No, man, you got to get over there, pull the lever, get it done, and win. That's how it's done. So get yourselves over to the website, over to 104magazine.com. Get on over to the 104 Trucker Rodeo tab, click on it, and get yourself in and signed up. We want to get ahead of this as much as we can. That way we know who all is going to be there, so we can kind of help promote you as well, which would be kind of fun. I mean, I don't see any reason why we can't let the cat out of the bag a little bit. And that way everybody kind of knows who they're going to be playing against. Right now, I don't have that info. So when we get all that 411 and get closer, I'll share it with you. But as these things go, it seems like you guys like to wait till the last minute. Some of you to sign up, get done and get signed up now. I'd like to make sure you get included in all of this. And Shannon gave us a little insight here, which I asked for. Thank you, Shan. Sign up online by October 28th to be entered in the raffle. So there you go. Right on. Okay, guys, listen. Through the years, met some folks along the way, and man, that's the great part of this business, is being able to meet people, develop these relationships, and carry them on through our lives together. I mean, there's a bunch of guys I met many years ago when I was out playing in the game and showing and doing the thing, and I don't get to see them much, but when I do, it's like we pick right up where we left off. And that was, at the last show we were at together, or maybe we talked on the phone, but the bottom line is, wouldn't have got to meet otherwise had we not been at truck shows together, whether I was judging or showing, or they were showing or judging, doing whatever they were doing. Same thing. Most of the time, I think I've judged more than I've shown. I can't remember, and I don't know where the balance is on that, but anyway, the fun in it is being able to be there and hang out with your friends, and a lot of these folks, they become family, and it's just a pretty tight knit group. One of those guys that I met along the way, Mr. Chad Violet, takes a lot of great photos. I can always pick out a Chad Violet shot. It just sort of has that vibe about it. When I see him, I go, yeah, that's Chad. I know that's Chad. And it's not like it's, he's the only one that has that, but it's just the way he puts it out there, and it comes across, and it looks like him. And he's done a lot of stuff here with us at 10-4, and I want to welcome him into the studio right now. Chad, what's going on?
How we doing, John? Good.
We're Doing good, man. Doing good. I'm kind of jealous because of where you're at right now. But congratulations on that. You're traveling. You're making your way to Dixon, right?
Slowly but for surely, but that's a good slow.
Yeah,
We drove out from Ohio, left Friday, and we drove out to San Diego. And in true typical trucker fashion, we left out Friday morning from Ohio and didn't stop until we hit Winslow, Arizona. So 1,600 miles and before we took a stop. So
did you get out and sing a verse on the Four Corners there?
no, we cruised through. We wanted to get to the hotel. We were done. So
Well, I don't blame you. I mean, it's funny. I mean, trucking and driving your car I don't know. It just for me, man. I get in and I'm the worst. That's my girlfriend. I mean, I get in the car. I don't want to stop for nothing. So
right.
I want to get where I'm going. I don't got to stop to pee or nothing, man. Just go. And of course, we all know that does not work when there are our other half in the cars with us. So we're making stops and doing that. But I still enjoy getting on the road, man. I have a good time. Even though I'm usually in my XC70 Volvo, crossover. But now that I got my truck back, I'll be making some time on that with my Dodge 1-ton back on the road. So you're in Santa Cruz tonight, is where I've been told you're hanging your hat for the night.
Yep, we're in Santa Cruz. We called it quits here for the day. So we left Calabasas this morning, just kind of been driving. We've just been following the coast all week. Started down in Las Vegas or San Diego, and just started slowly moving north, following the one or the 101 all the way north.
It kind of jumps around a little bit. It's hard to keep track of which one you're on. You never make any change or anything. It just changes for you.
Yes. Yeah. It's been good.
Yeah. So one becomes 101 or 101 becomes one and then 101 again, I think. And you probably experienced that coming out of Southern California and into Salinas and hitting all that area down around there, right?
Yep. It's been a good ride. We're looking forward to spending some time here in Santa Cruz tomorrow, run around and make our way up to San Francisco. San Francisco is kind of close to our heart as well from when we were out here a few years ago. So Amanda and I got engaged out at the Golden Gate Bridge. So we did that. That's been a highlight. So we'll stop. We'll spend some time there in San Francisco for a little bit, and then we'll head on up to Dixon.
All right. Well, you've taken on the role of the official photog for the show this year, and obviously good choice on part of Bobtail Apparel. You'll be putting your eye to the lens and sharing with everybody. Are you going to be doing any live stuff while you're there, or is it just going to all be capture and share later?
Pretty much capture and share. She's got somebody that can do some on the spot live stuff.
Okay.
But starting to get a little closer with the drone, so I might throw it in the air and get some aerial shots for lights. But other than that, I'm not planning on really flying the bird too much. I think I'm gonna stay with the regular camera and do some video stuff with my phone, so they can do some TikTok stuff and social media stuff with it.
The whole drone thing, I'm super wanting to do that, and it's like you have all these pieces of things you can put together to make it kind of come together. But man, it's until you do it and realize what it's like to manage all that stuff, there's a lot of moving pieces going on to make it work right. So more power to you. If you get that drone up in the air, let me know. And I don't know if actually we have ours that's going to be at the show. Maybe if you do, let me know and we can plug it in and do a little bit of a live feed to my mobile studio from your drone.
That'll work.
That'll be fun to do. I agree. And Shannon brings up a great point. This is from a SoCal gal, because everything is the 410, the 15, the 5, So is it the 1 or Highway 1?
I don't know.
Whatever you want it to be, right? The 101. I don't think so, man. On it.
I'm an
Hey,
Ohio guy, so it's the
you better
PCH
duck.
to me.
There was a person sneaking in behind you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, nice try.
Darn it.
She's all creeping in, and
we got her.
Yeah, I love it. We got people that have been on the show before, and their cat'll come kind of creeping in behind them, or a dog or something. Somebody's kid. Anyway, that was awesome. So, yeah, the people from where I come from, where you're at right now, it was Highway 1 or it was 101.
Yeah.
Or just one. We never put the in front of anything. That was never our thing, Shannon. But I think down in Southern California, they're all proper, they're the 5, the 15, the 10, the whatever. Yeah. So
I tried to get away from using because I'm from Ohio, and I really dislike everybody saying the Ohio State Buckeyes, and it just drives me crazy. So we just call it the PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. That's just easy for us.
Yeah, PCH is cool. That's hip. You're hip if you're calling it PCH.
Cool. I'll take that.
Yeah. The Ohio State Buckeyes. That's a funny one too. I'm a big college football guy, so and I'm not like I'm more of a Oregon Beaver fan than a Oregon Duck fan. But congratulations, Ducks, man. They put one on
they did.
The Buckeyes last weekend. That that was long overdue and great one to watch. Had a great time. Great game to watch. Jeff says, all I know is when I finally made it to 1, the party in Santa Cruz is close. So yeah, nothing there. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in Santa Cruz. Chad and I were talking, and I come from all that area, so I had a lot of places to share with him about where to go to eat, man. And this time around, he's not going to be able to make it, but now he's got some places to write down on the hand. We're going to make it out here next time trip and check out. But let's talk about some photography stuff, man. I mean, that became who you really wanted to be and succeed at, whereas trucking not so much, but yet you're still kind of in both seats. You're driving for Roadworks, running their truck all over, but that's the only truck you're running around in now, right?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of, when I took over that role, I got a lot of phone calls and messages of, how's the cameraman get that job? But a lot of people don't know the background. They just know the photos and the pictures. I got my authority back in 97. So I've been an owner operator since I got out of school, 3rd generation trucker. So everybody knew me as the photo guy from the shows and all that, which really bridged that gap to get me the job with Roadworks. And my history with trucks too. I've built a lot of trucks. I've shown trucks. I've shown at Matt's. I've done all that. So it's just a good fit. And it's just worked out
really
well.
It helps to know somebody, right?
Yeah, I know a few people. That's helped.
Yeah, it definitely helps. I can't imagine, having a funner gig to drive somebody else's, cool truck all over the country and get paid for it and be that guy. I mean, that just, and then still get to carry the camera around and take pictures and do that. So sounds like a win-win.
It's in my job description. Play on social media. I get to post on all the platforms. So most jobs people get in trouble for, when they're supposed to be working, they're on Facebook, but that's part of my job description. I take care of all, our social media with Emily. We tag team that. But yeah, around the shows, I get all the content with Roadworks parts and products and the vibe of the show and things of that nature, and get to drive the truck and go to shows and hang out. And when we're not at shows, we do dealer events, and we get to spend time with our dealers and our vendors and set up there and show support to them too. So it's very much a It's a very thick process that people just think that, you just hang out at truck shows, but it's pretty in depth of what we do. So
Like
we're,
that's a bad thing.
yeah, I'll take it, but yeah, it looks good on the surface, and it is.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I mean, this is a job of a lifetime. It's the whole team that I work with and I work for. Such a fantastic company and great people. Couldn't be any more happier. But it's, I take on the role of sales too. Whenever the truck's parked, or even when I am in the truck, I'm taking care of. I have a territory of dealers that I take care of vendors and dealers and chrome shops. So when the truck's parked, I'm in my personal car and I'm out hitting those territories too. And I'm hanging out at chrome shops and talking to truck builders and people of that nature too. See what we can do to try to get those roadwork parts in the right hands of our customers.
Wow. Well, that part of it I didn't realize. I just, had the whatever the in front of me vision is of what you're doing. So now I get you on the show. I get to find out what the real story is. I like that.
Yeah, at any point in time, I'm fielding calls from dealers all around my territory. I cover about 8 states, so I cover all that, and I'm putting in orders and taking care of any questions and pushing new product and things of that nature. Trying to grow the business on that side and support it while doing the social media and the truck shows and the maintaining of the truck and all that. It's a lot. It's a full-time deal, and I'm happy to do it. It's fantastic. I'm very blessed.
Now on the other side of this coin is Chad Violet Photography, your photography business. I mean, are you probably have a lot of overlap in there, and yet you still have your proprietary, this is my part of what I do, and get out there and shoot trucks and whatever you're doing. So what's going on with that? How's that working out?
It's working out great. It's with the implementation of me being 100%, 150% roadworks. Um, the Chad Violet Pictures has that's more turned into a little bit of a side hustle.
Yeah.
It's turned more into it's regressed back into a hobby, which is great. That gives me an opportunity on weekends to get out and whichever area I'm in, I can meet up with some guys and I can take pictures and I can do things like that. It's nothing of the scale of what it used to. I used to be a contributor for 10-4. I've done the cover with 10-4. I've done multiple articles. I think Dan would probably have to help remind me, but probably 12, 15 years. I've been 10, 15 years, something like that. I've been with 10-4, trying to contribute. And that has stopped since, with being with Roadworks, and Dan understands that, and he's worked with me on that. And it's just, I want to make Roadworks my priority. I still do the photo shoots. I still take care of my social media and things like that. But I'm using a lot more of old photos that I've taken in the past rather than, things that are current. Hey, there you go.
There's one of them right there, man. Probably one of the more notables that have made been contributed by you, and to this day still a beautiful build. Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah, it's great. And Bob Vogel, the owner, that's a 56 needle nose and built by Dickerson. Bob's and that's a beautiful truck. I mean, it's going to be one of those timeless builds. It'll never go out of style just because of what it is.
At some point, and I've said this before, and that's with the changes that we've been kind of incurring with trucks and what they look like, how they're building them, what they're striving for these days. I mean, when are we going to be like an old trucker show kind of, and then there's going to be whatever's current at the time. And the 300 series Peterbilts, I mean, I always thought they were timeless, and I still do. I still think they are. But that being said, man, they're sure giving them a hell of a run for their money to, park them in the back lower 40 kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's just one of those uh, that you just never thought that. A lot of people even kind of question, why would you get rid of such a popular truck that sold so many
Yeah.
models? And
Yeah.
it just, I think for a long time we're going to question it and scratch our head about it. But I mean, they've changed models before, but not this drastic, especially to that famous of a line.
Right. Right.
But we'll just see. I think more and more that I see the 589s customized from mild to wild, they're starting to grow on me. Um, but it's something that we're just going to have to get on board with.
Yeah.
The only difference is Kenworth still has the W9, even though they introduced the 990.
Right.
I kind of thought with PACCAR they would kind of follow the same suit. They would have the 389 and then the 589, but that's above my pay grade. I mean, that's what they pay those guys a lot of money to do. So I hope they're
Well,
right.
I think politically too, there's been, and not only in the trucking industry, but in the car industry, automotive industry, politically, there's been so much stuff that's been, just crammed down the manufacturers' throats about how they're going to do stuff, what they're allowed to, not allowed to do, and then whatever that ends up being, it ends up our choice to figure out what are we going to, which direction are we going to go, what are we going to buy now, and they vacillated back and forth on some of this stuff because whatever was popular at the moment, well, it's not exactly that popular now in the way of the political drive. So it's back to, hey, let's build a truck that actually works for the end user, can make them money they can afford, I hope, and I'm probably speaking in an idealistic kind of a way on that, but pricing is what it is. I think where we're at's where we're going to stay. I don't see that changing really much. But um, the truck themselves, I mean, the electric truck was like, we're going to have it's going to be electric. Everything's electric, electric, electric. No, we're just not there yet. And I'm not a guy that's saying you can't do it. I'm just saying we're just not there yet.
Yeah, they're just. I think they've seen the cars kind of jump up so quickly
Yeah,
that, and we were making a joke with being out here in California. I mean, I wish somebody paid me 50 cents for every Tesla I could see on the road. Holy cow. California
yeah,
and these electric cars is outrageous.
yeah,
But and I get it. I understand. I know all of the different, emissions and all that, in which that's driving the truck market too, and every other form of transportation. But it's the I think they're getting way ahead of themselves. There are electric trucks out there, but it's just there's a long road to go before they're actually something that's actually out there pulling freight, cross country.
yeah. No, I have no doubt about it. I want to bring our other guest, Mike Viviano, in on the show, and kind of a great segue here because where the past and what was going on back in the day has met current. Where he lives at in the Bay Area used to be the Peterbilt factory in California, and of course no longer is it, but in that particular area, there was a Mack truck factory, there was a Peterbilt factory. Ford was building cars there. They built the Mustang there for years. What else was over there, Mike? Am I missing anything else?
Ford.
Think
You said Ford, right?
I did say Ford, yeah.
Edis. Well, there's Tesla now. He's talking about Teslas. They're all over the
Yeah.
place here.
So there you go. Yeah.
Oh my God! And you know what?
Yeah.
They're the new Priuses. Now they're Teslas. Where
Yeah.
they drive like what out here, crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, unbelievable. My train horn, it gets a hell of a workout on 880 all day from that.
If you hit that thing just right, there's enough air coming out of that thing that could probably knock one of them little Priuses over.
Or turn on my linear and make them shut off on my linear,
Melt.
my CVT.
You can watch them. You could key it up, man, and watch them melt.
They'll lose their throttle.
Well, listen, Mike, Chad Violet, Mike Viviano.
Hey, Chad.
You guys, we did a little pre-show introduction to each other, but Chad, you're more than welcome to stick around and chime in here in the conversation. We're going to be talking Bobtail and what's coming up this weekend, what we got to look forward to. Chad, Mike's been there competing now for this will be your third one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So number 3 is about to get put in the books. What do you think of the show, and what can we expect? What are you bringing? You're bringing your cover truck, right?
Yeah. And my toy hauler. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And we're going to park with you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know where to find you. So there might be some fun being had over there.
Yeah. I'm going to spread it all out so you guys could party on it or whatever. So,
Fun. That's called shenanigans.
yeah.
I
gotta
just
be on my best behavior.
I just opened this. Literally, I've been fighting the urge, but I just opened it, and
Oh, geez.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't think I'm going to be bringing that down, but I am going to pour another one right now. But you guys talk amongst yourselves.
cheers. Yeah, I had a couple beers earlier, but that was about it.
Oh man, so here's the deal. I'm closing out here at this location where I've been living since I moved back up to Oregon, and I'm going to be moving into Grants Pass. I'll be living there. So I haven't been buying anything. I'm trying to thin the herd, and because I have to, because I'm moving in to a fifth wheel toy hauler, that one I sent you the pictures of, and I'm parking it on some property I got in Grants Pass, and that's where I'll be at. But now that I'm going to be going to California this weekend, I got to go to Costco. You can't buy alcohol at the stores up here. You got to go to the state store, and they don't have a great selection, and everything's expensive. So when you go down to California and you hit the Redding Costco, you can tell everybody that's there from Oregon buying booze, because they've got those big, huge Costco carts, and they're loading them up, man. And it's like, yeah, you're an Oregonian. You're an Oregonian. Everybody knows the Oregonians from their liquor stash that they're replenishing. Oh man, it's crazy. So Bobtail Apparel, man, what for you makes it such a fun show? I can share our side of it, but what's been fun about that show for you?
Just everybody, the people putting it on, and all my friends are coming out, and trucking, companies that I've been with all my life, and Calvin, Hildebrandt, and Mitch Trails back, and a few others. But and then meeting you guys there all these years was a plus. So that worked out good, and
that worked out pretty good.
Very happy. Yeah. You got to make yourself useful, I guess, right?
Well, you got to do what you got to do, man. I mean, you know what? If you don't ask a question, you're not going to get any answers. It's sort of like, playing the lottery or anything else. You got to engage, and if you don't, there's no chance or risk taken. You're never going to get anywhere. At least that's my thought. So, yeah, coming up and asking me, which is the question that a lot of, not everybody, but a lot of folks ask, is how do I get on the cover of 10-4 magazine? I pretty much tell everybody the same thing, but truth be told is if you've got a story, that's going to help your cause. If you've got something that's of interest, I mean, and just being a regular person is a big part of it too, man. I mean, you can look at Bob Vogel, who built that beautiful, turquoise Pete that Chad shot. And then you look at yours is an everyday worker. It's out there every day. And then this weekend, it'll be pulling your toy hauler to the show, right?
Yeah. You seen that picture I sent you of the driver by? Took a picture of me and my puller on Montague, all backed up with traffic.
Yeah, I did. Let me tell you, man, I don't miss that shit.
Dude, that was after going down 880 for an hour, bumper to bumper from Oakland to Santa Clara. That's what I've been doing that every day now.
You know what's really funny is in that picture next to you in the first one you sent me is a red Tesla.
There was probably a bunch of them in that picture.
How funny is that? Chad, yeah, coming up from LA, what time did you leave LA or the Southern California area? What time did you leave?
We left there this morning about 10 a.m.
Okay, so you were kind of catching the after effect of the morning rush,
Yeah, we left at 10 on purpose.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. So there's certain times where you just don't drive down there, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless you want to, get in there and mix it up and mingle with everybody. And the Bay Area where Mike's talking about 880 and on that stretch of road, going over San Mateo over the 92 and all this just heavily saturated traffic areas, man. It's just impossible, especially when you're trucking in the afternoon. Forget about it. It's just it's nerve-wracking.
That's why a lot of our travels have been we leave out at between 10 and 11, and we're usually wrapping it up between 3 and 4.
Well, see, listen to you, man. That's hobby trucking there, buddy.
We're just trying to avoid the traffic.
Now, what are you running around in, by the way?
We drove our personal car out from Ohio.
You got a radio in that?
No.
Nothing? Okay, so you're incognito, huh?
I need to be 10 foot tall talking wall to wall. Come on.
Well, I mean, it's nice to be able to get out and not have to be stuck in the 55 line, and drive, be out there in four wheels and get around and go fast. But driving, man, when I got out, it was the end of the line for me because that stretch of road, Mike, that 880, that was what kind of that cured me, dude. I was done after running that for a whole summer.
Man, it'll get to you after a while.
Oh, it does. It does. So let's get back to Bobtail. For us, that show, the first year we were there, and my understanding is we're going to be parked in the same spot as we were the first year. So you come in, you drive in the main gate, turn left, and come down kind of the main midway, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
We should be kind of right there on the left and set up with everything, including you. It just was such a and I overuse this. It was just a great little show, Now she's taken it and grown it, opened up a certain area that they wouldn't let her have during that first show because there was a dog show coming in or something. And they were afraid if they parked trucks out there on that grass, the trucks would sink into the ground. The dogs would fall in the holes and we'd never see them again, I guess. But now she's got that whole area as well. And it's grown to be kind of, I guess, twice the size it was when they first did the first one. So it's a great little town, great people. Bud's Pub, can't say enough about Bud's Pub, man. So that's the place to go on Friday, Saturday night. It is right there in downtown Dixon and on the way in and out to the show, so you can't miss it. But just a great experience. It's sometimes you go to a show and you're there, you check in, you do your time at the show, you get done doing whatever it is you're done doing, and you're on your way and off to doing something else, and you're glad about it. Where this one, it kind of all just sort of meshed together, and we enjoyed being there and having a good time, and then going out and enjoying 2 nights out on the town while we were there as well. So we're looking forward to doing that again this weekend. We'll be there Friday. Probably cut out early Friday evening and then go have dinner. And then Saturday, of course, we'll be there Saturday night for the light show and all day Saturday. So Chad will be out there taking pictures and covering the event and capturing it, making it all happen. And Mike, you got any, is there any like party stuff going to be going on besides what we're going to be doing? Anything specific that your toy hauler is going to make available for us?
Just comforts at home. That's about it.
Not trying to start anything, just saying.
Comforts at home, I guess. Maybe some alcohol here and there.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Adult beverages.
Yeah.
That might depend on if John goes to Costco before the show or after.
I'm going to be going before. I'll be hitting it before. Yeah. Well, Actually, I'll probably hit it before and after, because I'll have to get the show stock and then the after show stock that needs to come back up. And of course, when you're making your run back into Oregon from California, you don't just buy for yourself. You got to buy for your friends. So, and my friends up here, we all drink tequila. So, for us, it's pretty simple, man. Kirkland makes a fantastic reposado. It's a 1 liter bottle of tequila for $16.99.
Wow, that's cheap.
It is the best deal that you will find of any tequila anywhere.
Stock up on that. Cheap price.
Oh, it's amazing. You know, and then they have a Blanco that they make and sell, and they also have an Añejo that they make and sell. The Añejo is about 30 a bottle, but again, it's a 1 liter bottle, not a 750 mil, which, you know, most bottles of anything is 750 mil. So Costco always has to better deal, bigger deal, better, you know, everything. So it's fantastic. But anyway, it's just an automatic. If any of us go to California, we always bring back for the others so that we can keep everybody stocked up. This year, we're going to be doing a few live streams during the day, but we'll be doing the entire light show Saturday night, live streaming it. And Chad and I talked, and if he gets his drone going, we may plug into Chad's drone while we're at the show and capture some of that and share it with you all. So we're looking forward to being a part of that and doing that. I know, Chad, you're going to be doing something else. You're committed to another show during the 10-4 Trucker Rodeo this year. But Mike, we hope to see you down there.
Going.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm
Perfect.
going.
Yeah, like to hear that. That's good. That's going to be a fun weekend and a great experience, a whole new deal, bringing back some old school competition games, trucker games. Love to see you out there next year, Chad, if we can everybody get their schedule arranged so that stuff like that can happen. And it's just hit or miss. You know, you end up having a weekend your show's on and, you know, somebody else's isn't, and you can make it happen. Why then you jump in there and get her done. So look forward to that happening. How's things been going for you, Mike, and the 10-4 recognition? People still shouting out at you and giving you grief for being the 10-4 cover stud now?
A little bit of everything, but mostly good. A little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about it when I see you, but
Yeah,
it's all good. I'm happy. Get a lot of looks and a lot of videoing me going down the road, people beside me. And the other day I had this young, beautiful gal with two ladies.
Wait a minute. Is this family orientated?
Yeah.
Where are we going here?
Anyways, they were videoing my truck, and
Yep.
then I had looked down, and they're waving, and so then I happen to have the magazine in the passenger seat. I put it up to the window while I'm driving, and she went, "Oh my God!" And so she put it back up, and she was videoing it. And by the time we got caught in traffic, I was gonna get a phone number, and it just didn't work out. They were in the commute lane and they were waiting for me, but I couldn't. I was just stuck in traffic. I couldn't get back alongside them. I was gonna flash in my phone number, but
What do you mean you don't have your phone number on the side of the truck? What's up with that?
no, you can't do that. But I'm gonna make a cue card to put on the window so they'll get my number a little easier that way.
I got a quick story. Somebody pulled something on me when we were driving through East Bay area, Pittsburgh and Brentwood and all that area. And we were coming back, you know, we used to call it, there's a little town in California, not so little anymore, Tracy, California. And we used to get all of our material out of there and run it into the East Bay on the Byron Highway. So some of y'all that are listening right now, especially you, Mike, you know this thing. Oh, yeah. Byron Highway, we used to call it the Byron 500 because all we did was back and forth all day long, hauling base rock. And then eventually in fact, this time of year, we started covering everything up, we were paving, because we got all of our underground done, all the base rocks in, everything's ready to be paved now. And this guy called the office, which went to my cell phone and started telling me about how, my truck is a menace, or one of my trucks is out here and it's a menace, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, and he's right beside me. I could see him talking to me on the phone. I said, I'm right here. And I don't know if he got my number because he just called information or what it was. Back then, there was no smartphones, man. I was on like a Nokia whatever. And so but the bottom line is, that was one of those poetically justified ones where the guy is trying to talk smack about a truck. I wasn't doing anything wrong. He just didn't like the fact he couldn't get around me in traffic. And it was bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper on that area of traffic coming through. I think we were coming through Pittsburgh, somewhere in that area, and I don't mean Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, California. But if you get some way, I don't know, people are putting email addresses or, some kind of a short text connection number on their truck, some way to, get in touch with somebody. It might be a way to get that stuff out there if you want people to contact you, I suppose. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if you would.
In our case, it'd be like broken windshields and
stuff
like that, and they call bogus on that stuff. And I've got my windshield got cracked from a friggin' car a while back. Change it. It was bad, and it cracked all the way down. In fact, forgot what show it was. By the time the show was done, it was the Plymouth show. After it was done, it split all the way.
Yeah,
it was it rained, and then it got real sunny hot. I don't know what happened, but when I left, it split all the way up.
Yeah, I've had both. I've had broken windshields from trucks, bottom dumps notoriously, but four-wheelers too. I mean, you catch whatever and throw it up at the guy behind you, you're gonna get hit. There's just no way around it. And out here, they put stuff on the road, the gravel on the road during the winter when it snows, and some of that gravel's got like, little round rocks, and I mean like bullets. Yeah. And I've gotten hit. I had a brand new windshield put in on my truck, and literally a week after that, boom, 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 I got 3 hits. Like, screw this. I never even bothered to try to get a fit. I mean,
never fails.
Just forget about it. In fact, I still have that same windshield in my Dodge right now, and I'm going to get rid of it now and get a new windshield because it's leaking up on the top. So I want to get that replaced. But and it's broken. So take advantage of having the right insurance and getting your glass fixed when you can, man. That's the way to do it. Hey, listen, guys, thanks for making the time to come in today. Chad, great talking to you on the phone earlier too. And Amanda, what happened? Where'd she go, man?
She's coming. I told her she had to sit in on this, and she said no.
Hey there.
I was hiding.
You were. Well, it's going to be great to spend some time with both of you guys this weekend at the show. But great to see you, and look forward to this weekend and hanging out.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Right on.
Can't wait to meet
you
guys.
Mike, you take it easy too. Mike, we're going to see you this weekend as well. We'll all get together and have some fun at the Bobtail Apparel Show. Thanks for taking the time out to make it happen today. Chad, if you want to shout out where people can find you, if they want to get a hold of you for this weekend for photo shoot, anything like that, now's time to do it, man.
Any of my social medias, Chad Violet Pictures, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all of them. Just reach out, send me a message.
And you're making appointments for photo shoots if somebody wants to
if somebody's interested
or whatever.
Yeah, if somebody's interested, we could work something out.
Okay. All right. There you go. Perfect. All right, Chad. You take care. Mike as well. We'll look forward to seeing you this weekend, buddy.
Good time.
See you guys.
All right, man. Be good, everybody.
See ya.
All right. This weekend is going to be a fun time. No two ways about it. Let's get this back up here for him. But Bobtail Apparel, look forward to being out there in Dixon. And again, like I said, great location, great town, friendliest people, man. I'll tell you, that was another big thing about just how friendly folks were at Bud's. The place was packed. I mean, just jam packed. And that's Bud's Pub on a Friday, Saturday night. And then you add us, all the truck show guys, and it just really got compacted. But hey, man, they were polite and pleasant and friendly and made room for everybody, and we all got in and seated. And Buds were real nice and helped us out by letting us eat later than they normally would, because it was late, and we had a bunch of folks. I mean, they took care of us. So good deal all around. I was really appreciative of having the chance to get to meet them and come in and take advantage of it. And we're going back Friday night, so we'll be there for Friday night dinner. Black and prime rib, man, it is some awesome stuff. 10-4 Trucker Rodeo, again, can't say how important it is for you guys. If you want a chance at all the good stash that is available by getting in and getting registered, you get a ticket, and that's your opportunity for some of the prizes that are going to be available. It's not one ticket, everybody wins. It's not a one ticket wins all. It's a one ticket. Well, no, it couldn't. So one ticket gets you one prize, one part of the drawing. So that being said, get over to 10-4 magazine and get yourself set up. There was something here I wanted to show. I was going to share it. I'm going to share it with you guys now. I mean, is that just the damn best looking chicken fried steak you ever seen in your life? I was cruising through and my news feed there on Facebook, and these guys, this is the wagon wheel out of Texas sized chicken fried steak. Man, I don't think any one guy, maybe me and Mike could eat that, but I think it's probably like a family of 4 to 6 with all the sides you get and everything going on there. Man, I want to go find one. In fact, I'm going to probably go into town and have dinner tonight, because I don't think I want to cook. I think I want to do that. But anyway, there's so much food stuff on Facebook, on social media now. It's just kind of taking it over. Not that that's a bad thing, but I get so many ideas for different recipes myself on there watching that thing. It's a total time suck if you let it, but try not to. Again, this weekend, we'll see everybody out at Dixon, California for the Bobtail Apparel Show. Get registered for our show coming up November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down in Bakersfield, California. And that is the first annual 10-4 Trucker Rodeo and Show. And that is rodeo and show, rodeo events, competition, and then, of course, show and shine going on as well during the weekend too. So whatever your pleasure, if you want to bring it and wipe it down, park it, let it be looked at by everybody. We'd love to have you out there. But most importantly, man, we need competitors to get signed up and get out there and compete one another, man. Listen, this is the kind of stuff that starts building the stories and legends and things that you continuously every year come back to compete, especially if you're the guy that is number one, the winner and defending champion of any one of these events. You're going to be taking on all the competition next time around. See if you can hold your spot or not, because somebody else might better you. And that's what we want to see. We want to see y'all out there having fun and competing, doing what you do every single day to make a living, but doing it, in a little bit different way. We're going to have a grandstand full of people. There'll be a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time, and making it a lot of fun. So look forward to seeing everybody this weekend. Until then, you guys take care. Keep the shiny side up, as I like to say. By the way, we're back to streaming on all platforms. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. I did a little pre-show on Instagram as well, and we are also on X. So if you have any desire to be on any one of those at any time and check us out, please do. Let me know. Love to have some feedback, what you think and what it looked like for you and how you enjoyed the show. Till next week, you guys take it easy. We'll see you back in Studio 10-4 Live. Meantime, we'll see you this weekend down in Dixon at Bobtail Apparel. Take care.